You are now entering the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Congratulations! Hi, my name is Mark, and your side quest is over. That's right, your mission has been completed. You found this podcast. Whether you rolled that D20 or you did that whole up, down, left, right, select, start, whatever combination Konami code that was. I can't remember. I'm old. Leave me alone. Anyway, you're probably listening to this on a mobile device. iOS, Android, Windows. But did you also know that you can find this show along with so many others like it? Although admittedly there are no shows quite like this one. Believe me, I know. I've looked. But you can always find the latest episode of this show at Tangibound Network. Go to tangiboundnetwork.com, look it up, check it out, listen from the site. It's even mobile friendly. How awesome is that? Go check it out, tangiboundnetwork.com.
It's about comic books and movies. Growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that sucked. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote
and all right
scripts.
here is no mystery, cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 95. That rustling you hear in the background is New Pez opening up. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake. And with us this week is Scab Morris. We don't know who you're a scab for this week.
I'm not a scab this week.
Everybody's
here.
It's kind of creepy, isn't it, that everyone's here?
Everyone's here for the first time while you're here.
Yeah. Well, welcome, Morris. Film critic to the stars.
Thank you.
Ghost hunter. Ghost writer.
Oh, I'm getting approached by a reality show.
Really? Is that about Tara Reid?
No, it's ghost stuff.
Oh, ooh. Well, remember us when you hit it big time.
Yeah, if you need a female Creole ghost voice, Jason is awesome at that.
Oh, I do declare. What are you getting? Would you like a brownie? Maybe a crumpet?
Not as good as your Amish accent.
I can't even do my Amish. I hate you all.
Or if there's an evil Bond villain in your documentary, you can do that too.
I expect you to die, Mr. Bond. That wasn't horrible. Anyways.
That wasn't horrible.
Shut it.
Closer to a Bond villain than, say, any of your other...
I'll take it. Anything going on with anybody?
I was just thinking of the story. I got this Pez dispenser that Blake was just opening. I brought back from Origins.
In Columbus?
In Columbus. It was my prize during the Midnight Massacre for Kobolds Ate My Babies. They had a bunch of it was a Star Wars theme one this year. And so they had a bunch of little Star Wars prizes. And they had R2-D2 and C-3PO Pez dispensers. And the one girl got to pick, and she's like, which one do I take, R2 or C3? And everyone looks at her and goes, R2?
Duh. Is that even up for debate?
Exactly. Like,
Joan Rivers played C-3PO, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. So then when it was my pick, it's like, I'll take C-3PO.
I guess
But he's got Pez with him, so.
Yes, he does.
Well,
thank goodness.
Thank you for bringing that in. Morris, anything new with you?
Yeah, it's worthless now that I opened it.
I went to the Renaissance Festival this weekend and I saw the joust, and it is brutal. Like, I had no idea how, like, I thought it was all theatrical or whatever. They pretend to hit each other and fall off the horse or whatever. But no, they're going head on at each other with these lances, and they hit each other hard. And then they drop the lances once they hit the other person because it hurts their hands so bad when they're hitting the other person. And then they fall in these huge suits of armor to the ground off of these big horses. They have to be battered and bruised every time they do this.
Do they win anything, like, in real life, like the winners of this joust?
A big turkey leg.
That's
Renaissance Festival, but this weekend on Saturday at the Renaissance Fairgrounds, they actually have a tournament with 8 jousters. Winner gets $10,000.
Damn. Is that
wasn't that on the History Channel?
Yeah, they had it on the History Channel. It was $100,000 for the winner.
Mm-hmm.
Is this on ESPN Ocho now? Nuevo? Nuevo. The A's. Anything else going on? Did you enjoy the Renaissance Festival?
I did.
Okay. Did you see many wenches?
There were lots of wenches.
Oh!
A lot of corsets and push-up boobies.
That's just from the men.
Oh.
Is it worth going to? I've never been to a Renaissance
You
Festival.
haven't?
No.
I haven't either.
The best part is the live chess, especially if you run across the board in the middle while they're playing.
Oh, I thought you said chest,
Yeah.
like something else.
No. Live chess.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, I was out of the gutter.
Jump the queen. Brooke, jump the queen.
Hump the queen. Everybody, hump the queen. That's right.
The jousting is really great. They have some great shows.
Yeah.
Or some good shows.
They've
They
got-
have magic shows and stuff. And
Look, a
some of the
pigeon.
magic shows that we saw were pretty terrible.
And then they burn them at the stake because they're, claim they have witchcraft instead of magic.
But you can
It's
shoot
awesome.
arrows, throw throwing stars to try to get it on the target and stick, and throw axes.
I like the axe throw. That would be kind of fun.
You have to sign the insurance waiver because a lot of people get hit in the face with the stars.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's why you don't volunteer to stand with the apple on your head.
Why not? Just a watermelon.
No, you want to
I think it's a little
throw
bit
the
bigger.
stars and then.
I
Oh!
was there with my 6-year-old, and my dad and my parents, and my dad told my 6-year-old Cohen, he said, "You can do one of these," pointing at the axe throw, the throwing stars, and the archery, which. Fingers crossed, archery. Because there's no way he's throwing axes or throwing those sharp things. So if he chooses one of those two, I'm going to have to break his heart and tell him. Of course, he chooses shooting or throwing stars. And I'm like, how about you do the archery? You're going to be Hawkeye for Halloween. You got to practice. And he agreed, and then afterwards he cried the whole time because he couldn't do the shooting stars.
Did you hit your dad? Dad, shut up! I'm impressed that your son is going as Hawkeye. I like it. I like that.
Bathrobe, dog tags, and a martini.
Yes. He is. He's 6 years old, but he knows the classics. My son's going as Chewie, and then to spite me, my daughter, who's pretty young, is my wife found a Dorothy outfit from the Wizard of Oz. Fucking Wizard of Oz.
Couldn't go as a Wookiee. Or as a
Should have dressed her up as Yoda.
Ewok. Could have gone Ewok.
There you go.
Ewok would have worked. But no, we have to go as Dorothy.
You could have had Chewbacca and Ewok.
Those costumes don't go together.
Yeah, I don't think my daughter's going to be out that long in it, so my son, he may be out for a while.
You could have Chewbacca in a Dorothy dress.
Ooh, that's clever.
Or is Chewbacca playing the Cowardly Lion in this year?
Just strap a couple Danishes to her head, make her go as little Princess Leia.
Now, little Danishes. And then if you get hungry, you can just
That's
eat
right,
them.
then just eat it when you're ready.
We do want to say thank you to Snake Oil.
Thank you, Snake Oil.
We got swag. Woo! There you go. This is from Dev and Travis and the boys.
Thank you, Dev, Travis, and the boys.
Do we have a letter here? Oh, we do.
Read the letter first?
No, I was waiting to open it up.
Devin Fother.
Let's
I'm your
see.
father, Devin.
No, you're not my father. Oh. Brigger, I won't read all of this because it's kind of personal, but he's very supportive. Thank you, Dev. That's very nice. He said, P.S. Don't stop the music and impressions, Brigger.
Did he send a nudie of himself?
Oh, I guess I shouldn't have done that because he said, P.S.S. Tell no one I said that. We have to keep the illusion alive. Sorry, Dev. I actually did not realize that.
I'm keeping everything else private, but
I do have koozies to send out and some swag. I have not had a chance. I apologize. We've had some rough times here. That by rough times, I just forgot.
rough times is my memory is fading.
Yes, so I do apologize. They will be out by Christmas. So that's the goal. He does have a sexy business card. Would you guys like to look at
dick
this?
pics.
I've seen that online.
Yes, so that's nice.
It fits on a bottle.
It does fit on a bottle.
I
Man.
assumed it was just for cans.
No, look at that. So thank you, Snake Oil. If you guys haven't listened to Snake Oil, you should. Wicket Radio they're on. They're on Tangent Bound, I think. I think they're going to be on Tangent Bound now. Danger Entertainment. So take a listen to the guys over there. They're our buddies from up north in Michigan. And they're up for Canadian of the Year.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, because Michigan's close enough to Canada.
It's
one of those. Yeah.
Now they're kind of
Well,
edging in on.
It's one of those French colonies, isn't it?
It is a French colony.
French provinces.
French New Guinea, Michigan. I will say that we are announcing big news. We are announcing for the floppy tonight the Canadian of the Year nominations. Ooh. Let me get to this. Roll call.
Drum roll.
Whatever. Roll call. Nickel. Robot roll call. Canadian roll call. We are doing
Canadian A.
last year's winner. Nickel is up.
A.
Nathan Fillion is up for Canadian of the Year. He has not given us swag yet. We have tweeted him many times. I didn't know you could get a restraining order on Twitter, but you can. We got Joshua Jackson from Dawson's Creek.
Oh,
Pacey.
Came out of nowhere.
Yes, he's in the fair on Showtime.
A.
And I'm going to butcher her name, but she knows it. Ms. Lily from Ant-Man.
A.
Evangeline
Lilly.
Yes, she's up for Canadian of the Year.
A.
Diamond Dave is a dark horse. He has to get some write-in votes still, so he's on the outside looking in. And the other one that's a write-in vote that's still trying to get in is the Pop Culture Podcast. They're trying to get in, and then obviously Snickle is in because they give us swag.
We got swag, so they pushed past the little.
Nathan Fillion's still in the lead.
A.
So what's that old boot?
Morissette got the shaft.
She did from Dave Coulier.
You said Dave Cooley. A.
Cut it out. We're on nerdly.co.uk. Take a look at them. Great reviews. They got everything you need over there. And soon we're going to be on Google. So just let everybody know. Yeah. Google just started podcast. So I don't know if you heard that. It just came out.
So I can stop Googling myself?
You can Google yourself and get the podcast actually from Google Android.
People can Google me?
Google you.
I think I Googled myself in the shower. Just
That escalated quickly.
You made it weird.
I
Okay.
think Dev's business card made it.
The dick pics did it, didn't they?
So thank you, Snake Oil. Also, can we talk Walking Dead? Spoilers
Sure.
for anybody that hasn't seen it.
Or one more thing going on. You know, the Soup Nazi from Seinfeld is going to be in Cincinnati this weekend.
It was last weekend, wasn't it?
For Kroger Soups?
Yeah.
It was last weekend?
Yeah, it was last weekend.
I thought it was this weekend.
Double check.
Oh, no soup for me.
No soup for you. He looks the same too. From Seinfeld, he looks identical. Like they showed a picture of him at Kroger's. He looks pretty close to the same thing.
There's
So
a lot you can do with makeup.
yeah, I've noticed, Jeff. It looks like you have a full head of hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on your face.
Oh. Anyways, so can we talk Walking Dead?
You dye your beard? Why is it red? The rest of your head's black and gray.
It's kind of blonde.
He's red beard.
He is red beard.
It's actually grayer than red anymore.
He's gray beard. Arr.
gray
He's
red.
like Keith Hernandez on Just for Men.
Right.
Anyways.
I'm pretty excited that it's not my hair that's being made fun of.
Well, you may be balding, but I am balding too, so I can't. Well, you're bald. Anyways.
How could you compare what I wouldn't give?
Most men say what I wouldn't give to be Jason. I know. It's a big thing. Big thing. Can we talk Walking Dead? Is Glenn...
Yes.
Okay, spoilers. Is Glenn dead?
Yeah.
I think so.
He's dead.
No.
But, we thought he was dead earlier before when he was out
I didn't think he was dead earlier.
at the end of that one season.
You're 6 seasons behind. Shut up,
Yes.
Jeff.
And then he showed up.
But
Then
I heard all about it. He's dead.
he was out in the
next
woods, and he
line
thought
of
he
the
may
trough
was
scene
dead.
when
He was. And
they saved him.
They had all the zombies all over him before, and then he just shows up at the front gate.
you know what he
alive.
did? They're all killing Nicholas, all eating Nicholas, and then he's going to climb under the dumpster.
That's what everybody says.
Because there's been pics out there that he's on episode 6 and 7 later on.
Well, yeah, he's a zombie in those.
Nope. He's talking to, spoiler, Jesus. And that's his real name. Well, that's his name in the comic books. And so that is a spoiler.
Maybe that's Jesus.
They call him Jesus. Because in the book, they make a joke about it. They're like, why are you called Jesus? Well, I think they do call him, I think it is Jesus, but they do call him Jesus. So, because he looks like Jesus. So, long
He's
hair.
not real. Oh,
No.
Or he's Hispanic.
That would be cool if Jesus came back and he was kicking ass.
he looks like Jesus, so he looks like somebody from the Middle East.
No. Sorry, the American version of Jesus. Brown hair, blue eyes.
The American
He
Protestant
looks
version.
like a Nazi with long hair.
Okay, we had enough of your Nazi talk last week with your singing and your impressions of Hitler. I don't want to hear.
Do a single Hitler impression.
It was pretty close.
Time for Hitler.
So, Morris, I will say that we talked about it last week. You probably didn't listen. We do have, every time you come in, people do ask about you, and they're happy to hear you. I'm not kidding. You get several tweets every time. So,
Excellent.
from different people, too, not just your mom. So,
She's
You
got a
want
lot
my
of Twitter
parents not to
handles.
listen.
I did tell them. And then finally, can we talk Force Unleashed? Star Wars, the Force Unleashed trailer?
Okay, let's talk about the Force Unleashed trailer.
Morris, what do you think?
I have a couple concerns. There was that one scene, I forget exactly what's happening, but somebody's walking somewhere, and in the background it looked like episode 1, 2, and 3 Cityscape behind them with all
Okay.
kinds of... Do you remember that scene?
Yes. Yeah, okay.
But it
I
looked
can
like
understand that.
I'm a little concerned about that. But it looked cool.
It looked good.
It looked really cool.
Episode 1, Phantom Menace, looked good in the trailer. This looked like a lot different, though. Like, the vibe is a little bit different. I feel pretty good about it.
It looked darker.
Yes. I like that idea. What do you think, Blake?
It's J.J. Abrams.
Lens flare?
No.
Lens
That would
flare.
be great. Lens flares all over the place.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it looks okay. I don't understand it.
You're not supposed to understand it. They're doing their best to not give away the plot.
I just know that there's a guy who looks like a stormtrooper, and by the end of the trailer, he's like a Jedi with a lightsaber.
So aren't you intrigued to know that voyage?
He's not a lightsaber. He's not. I don't know if
Yeah,
Finn's
he's
a-
probably the J.J. Abrams Star Trek version of Captain Kirk.
Ah. Who do you think dies, Han or Chewie? Or both? Or
Han.
someone else?
Han's dead.
You think?
No doubt in my mind.
Quicksilver.
Oh, I think that's wrong movie. Wrong movie. I think it looks good. I think the synopsis is, and this just from what I gather from the trailer, Luke goes to train Han and Leia's kids. Well, one kid, Kylo Ren, is I think Han's kid. I really do.
I'm a little
one's that?
confused. The bad guy.
Luke, years ago,
Yeah,
he tries
okay.
to train Han's kid, the bad guy, Kylo Ren.
But you're like,
Maybe
you
he
get
comes-
that from the trailer. I'm
I
like,
do.
Luke wasn't even in the
wait,
trailer.
wait,
How do
wait,
you get
wait.
that from the trailer?
No, wait a minute, man.
He fails.
See, Kylo Ren, that's the funky dude with the mask.
Yes.
With the lightsaber
Yes.
with the overload at the end.
Yes.
Where the hilt, where he can stab himself incredibly several times. He's got Darth Vader's helmet.
Yes.
How?
They said
Maybe it's Luke. Maybe that is Luke. Maybe Luke is turning evil and he's trying to bring balance to the universe, and therefore it's Luke.
could be. It could be.
Because you don't see Luke in this entire movie, right?
That's true. Not
In the
yet.
entire preview. I mean, you can't say he's not in the movie.
Didn't the dude with the funky mask sitting there talking to the burnt Darth Vader mask? Yeah, I'm going to try and bring balance to the universe or the Force.
I don't
something
know.
like that?
Something like that. But
How
it
the
wasn't
hell would
Luke
he have Darth
talking.
Vader's helmet?
I don't know. It was passed down. It was from his gift from his mother. If Jason's right, it's Leia's child, so maybe it was a family heirloom.
Maybe that is Luke Skywalker.
I think you're wrong.
I like the
be a
like
great
the idea
twist.
that it's Ezra better.
I don't even know what Ezra is.
You haven't been watching Star Wars Rebels?
God, no.
Oh, it's spectacular. It's like how did I forget? Firefly in Star Wars world. And I had actually seen the first few episodes of Star Wars Rebels before I saw Firefly. So I'm like, this is fantastic. This is a great idea. And then I saw Firefly. And, oh, it's exactly the same. Except for they use the Force sometimes. But the Ezra, he's a kid in that. And he collects
Is he like
helmets.
the last Airbender?
He collects helmets from stormtroopers and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it would make sense that he has Darth Vader's helmet.
Morris is the only one I know that watches Star Wars Rebels amongst my friends. So I was so excited when I saw this online. I had to send some message to you, like, you have to look at this.
Oh, I
It goes down a wormhole, doesn't it? Like, you just keep looking. The rumor is that Ezra, the kid in it, who's 17, I think he's 17. They said 15 maybe. In Star Wars Rebels.
12. We'll go with 12.
He's born the same day as Lucas and Leia, Empire Day. And the
He was born the same day as Luke and Leia? Then he's a lot
hold on,
older
I'm
than
getting
12.
there. I'm getting there. Oh. Well, and the Star Wars Rebels is a prequel.
it's in between 1, 2, and 3. And it's between 3 and 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
between 3 and 4. The idea is that, the rumor is that Ezra is actually Kylo Ren. And you say, oh, well, it takes place 30 years after Rebels, the new movie. Yes, they alluded to in Rebels that somebody gets frozen in carbonite. And the idea is that Ezra gets frozen in carbonite because it's only 4 seasons. They're only doing 4 seasons of Rebels. And they have it all mapped out. And I think, if it is true, Ezra, because he's shown dark sides in it, in the Rebels.
And Vader was in one of the episodes.
Yes.
And kind of started to turn. Like, there's always that little bit of doubt with Ezra.
And the Inquisitor is always trying to turn him, and they've talked. I think it would be awesome if Ezra becomes Kylo Ren. And he's frozen carbonite, comes out of it. He collects helmets. Look at it, the helmet he always wears is very Kylo Ren-like. It's kind of similar to, but white. He does look like Adam Driver, the actor in it. They put a side by side. It does look like him as a kid. So
you're saying I need to start watching this before the movie comes out now?
No, I wouldn't, because I don't think they're going to announce. You won't know it's Kylo Ren until season 4 is over. They're only on season 2 right now, and it is a wonderful show.
It is. It's very good.
Very awesome. The last episode.
I'm telling you, it's exactly that. I started watching it before I started watching Firefly, and I'm like, this is a great show. And then I saw Firefly. This is exactly the same as Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah.
Firefly stole this from Star Wars Rebels.
So back to my theory before, I think Luke, if Kylo Ren is not Ezra, I think the other option is Kylo Ren is actually Han Solo's and Leia's son. Luke goes to train him. He fails because Kylo Ren turns to the bad side. Joins the Knights of Ren is actually it. Then becomes Kylo Ren. Luke gets upset, forces himself into isolation because he knows that he can't help, make the new Jedis.
And he's a whiny bastard anyways.
Yes. And then they send Rey, Luke and Leia's other kid, the daughter, to the desert planet. So.
Whoa,
Ren
you said
can't find
Luke
her.
and Leia's.
Sorry.
Well, something went on behind the scenes that you're unaware
She
of.
would look a lot different than that if it was Luke and Leia.
She's got a big overbite,
There was
a third eye.
There was a meme out there of Lando with his arm around Leia and goes, Han, you remember when I said that I would take care of Leia while you're in carbonite? And the next thing is Finn, the new star.
I'm still partial to your other idea of who Kylo Ren is.
Is Ezra?
No, Jar Jar Binks.
Yes.
To avenge Annie's death.
Yes. Are you an angel? I think it would be awesome if the whole thing comes around that Jar Jar is actually the main bad guy in these new movies. I think that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
It would be a little bit of redeeming quality to 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
He was even more powerful than Palpatine.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That is the Phantom Menace. Wow. Let's never have a Gungan in this again. Please.
A Gungan.
Gungan.
Gunga Gunga.
I'm excited
Gunga
about it,
Galunga.
though. We got tickets. So.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right, box office of this week. There are some bombs. As we'll probably talk about on later in the show, Jem and the Holograms bombed big time. Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension bombed. Steve Jobs, did not do too well. Last Witch Hunter, again, not too good. And Rock the Casbah, pretty bad. 5 movies all had a bomb opening weekend at the box office.
So for Gem and the Holograms, who's the target audience for that exactly?
That's the problem with Gem and the Holograms.
Pretty old men.
They don't know who the target audience is. they decided they wanted to be towards this generation's tweens by giving them a a property that they have no clue what it's about.
So are you saying that you saw it?
No, I didn't see it.
But it just seems like back in the day, the boys watched Thundercats and the girls watched Gem and the Holograms. So the only people who would know who Gem and the Holograms is in this
are the 30 to 40 something girls.
Or the 30 to 40 something girls, which aren't really not a movie going public who would want to go see this movie.
No.
Nor in our demographic for this podcast.
So we can make fun of this movie all we want.
I can attest to Rock the Casbah, me and the 9 other people that were in the movie theater.
Oh, you did go see it?
Yes, I did.
On purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
Was it good?
Because it was Bill Murray.
Bill Murray kind of funny.
But he does do bad things.
It's a bad movie. It's not good.
Okay.
It's not good.
So you would say don't waste my time?
If you're paying for cable, DVR it.
Is there anything memorable that in, say, 5 years you'll remember that joke that Bill Murray did?
No.
Oh, wow. Not even because I remember some memorable stuff on stupid things like Strange Wilderness, the terrible movie with Steve Zahn. But I still remember the fact that Bigfoot killed himself. He commits suicide.
No.
Was Bill Murray in that?
No, Bill Murray wasn't. But I'm just saying, you think Bill Murray would be something more memorable than Steve Zahn?
No, it's Bill Murray doing his Bill Murray shtick in a very bad movie.
So you wouldn't recommend?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Going through the outline here, some stuff about Gem and the Holograms. The adaptation of the 80s cartoon and toy series opened with just $1.3 million in 2,413 theaters, which is only slightly worse than Rock the Casbah's debut of $1.5 million. That works out to just $547 per theater for the entire weekend.
It makes sense.
That means Gem has had the 3rd worst opening weekend ever for a first-run movie debuting in more than 2,000 theaters.
I don't think I recall even seeing any commercials for it.
I saw a lot of commercials for it, mostly on Nickelodeon. I got a kid.
Maybe I should be watching Nickelodeon and not the Viagra commercials during football. breaks.
Yeah. During football, there wasn't a single commercial for Gem and the Holograms.
That's their mistake.
That should be followed by the Viagra commercials about boners.
But during football, there were Rock the Casbah commercials.
Yes,
so
there
that's
were.
the difference between the 1.3 million and the 1.5 million.
That .2 right there.
It says the 2 films that performed worse than Gem were the animated adventure tale Delgo, which opened in 2008 with 511,920.
Delgo was a great movie.
What the hell is Delgo?
You were biting your tongue saying great, weren't you?
I have no idea what Delgo is.
Oh.
It's called sarcasm.
I remember when it came out, but I still have no clue what it's about. Now I'm going to have to look up Delgo. All right. But anyway.
2008 Delgo was.
Yeah.
As opposed to the 2015
just over
Delgo
$500,000
version.
and just over 2,000 theaters, so it's a $237 per theater. And 2012's Oogie Loves in the Big Balloon Adventure, which I've never heard of, distributed by Ken Vesselman Presents, and opened pretty shittily for about $206 per theater.
So is 2,400 theaters like all of them?
No. Well, I don't know.
Because Did it release widely because they have commercial? Like I know it.
Well,
opened here in
2000 is a
Cincinnati.
wide release. At least, I mean, they can release it in up to like 5,500 or something. But I think that's screens, not necessarily theaters. But
Oh, okay.
so like where we worked, we would show something in 4 or 5 different houses. That's considered 5 theaters. But let's see. Yeah, but Gem had the worst wide opening weekend ever for a movie released by a major studio with major marketing behind it. Here's the problem. Director John M. Chu.
Didn't he do Step Up to the Streets?
He did do Step Up to the Streets. And G.I. Joe Retaliation, which unfortunately was the best G.I. Joe movie made. But
I haven't seen Gem and the Holograms. It might be spectacular. It might be Josie and the Pussycats.
no, it can't be Josie and the Pussycats. I doubt that's ever even possible. But let's see. He chose to reimagine Gem for the 2010s, moving away from the outrageous sci-fi fantasy of the 80s cartoon into a more grounded, tween-friendly movie about fame in the viral age, including a social media campaign to get fans excited.
So how did this go in the executive's office when they were pitching this?
Blake?
What the fuck is Gem? Who the hell is this? Who greenlighted this?
Remember, your wife watched it when she was a kid.
You're fired.
Which wife is that? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? I don't know.
Is that the one that took the Lambo?
I don't know. Number 3 is 21, so I don't think it's her.
Let's take everything that made Gem and the Holograms, and we'll take it away.
I like it. I like kids will like that nowadays.
And then
Kids
we'll
don't
turn
like
it
that
into...
stuff. So let's give them new stuff.
And then we'll
What's the
turn
same
it
title?
into Twilight without the vampires.
Okay. Is there werewolves in it?
No werewolves either.
Yeah, fuck
None
the
of that
werewolves.
Supernatural stuff.
Fuck the werewolves.
We don't want that. We
Hold
just
on a
want
second.
Just the holograms.
teenage girls.
Okay.
Who the hell signed Bieber to this? Grab him. He's done. He's over with.
We got Selena Gomez in this. Is she in this? No. Oh, fuck her. Who's the one that licked the donut? Can we get her in here? Can
No
we get her?
donut lickers on my film.
Oh, damn it. She's apologizing. I think we can get her in this.
Right. Can Gomez, can Bieber.
Can we do a G.I. Joe movie without them being in the military? Can we do that? I'm just wondering.
We'll call it Step Up to the Streets.
I like it. The plot is in the title. I like it. It's very good. So, yeah, I like it. This is a good move.
Good move.
Welcome. I'm back.
That's
Hi.
how it worked.
Who knew that you had a good studio executive accent?
Well, Blake's the best at it. He is.
I don't know. I could do the Warner Brothers executives again.
I see nothing.
That sounded like your French Creole.
I don't know if you noticed this, Jeff. We've only 95 episodes into this. They all kind of sound alike.
Your Michael Caine doesn't sound a thing like
Some people just want to watch them all done. I haven't brought that one out in a while. Like 4 episodes.
Everybody had been doing the drinking game to it has been starving.
Yes.
Thirsty.
But anyway, I suppose, the top 5. Wow, The Last Witch Hunter was the only movie that opened this week that was in the top 5 for the week, and that was at number 4.
Sorry, I stepped away for a little bit because of some things here. Where are we at? Are we on News of the Geek?
We're jumping around.
We're jumping around because we thought you were integral to the rest of the story, so we jumped up to Box Office Bombs.
Okay, that's fine.
It's like a Pulp Fiction thing.
Well, okay. Who has the box with the gold in it? It's gold, Jerry. It's gold. Sorry.
No, it's
Thought it was his
Marcellus'
soul.
soul. Come on.
Then why are you fucking me like a bitch?
The monkey from Friends?
Yes, Marcel.
No, I said Marcellus, not Marcel.
Wasn't that a movie in Seinfeld? Anyways, moving on.
So that was Rochelle.
Now that's some Canadian mime.
Ah! I'm doing miming.
Yeah,
Anyways, moving on.
that's great radio there.
Yeah.
Doing miming.
Thank you.
And a great accent with the mime.
Best accent ever. But the number 1 was The Martian again, another $16 million for a lot of money on a budget of a lot of money. Goosebumps made $15.5 million, a total of $44 million on a $58 million budget. So that looks like it'll get its money back by Halloween.
Has anyone seen The Martian yet?
No.
Still want to see it.
Yeah, I
Still wanna see
really want to see it. I haven't heard anything bad about it yet.
Goosebumps, it does not look horrible for a kids' film. Jack Black looks annoying as usual, but I think the rest of it doesn't look horrible considering some of the shit that's been thrown out there.
Like Gem and the Holograms?
Yes, and everything else in the top 5 through 10.
Bridge of Spies made $11.5 million.
Spielberg.
I heard it's all in black and white except for Tom Hanks. He just wears a red coat.
I heard he was a hack. The Last Witch Hunter, $11 million on its opening week of a $70 million budget. Yeah, that'll take a lot of opening weekends for that to make its money back.
Vin Diesel should probably just stay with Fast and
I
Furious.
I want to see it.
Really? Blake, you kind of wanted to see that too, didn't you? The Last Witch Hunter?
I was excited about it. I don't want to go see it though.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't want to.
Obviously, only 11 million.
It's based on his D&D character, but it's obviously not because it's in modern time with goofy shit. So,
well, it's his D&D character in modern times.
Yeah, I know.
He was frozen in time, frozen in carbonite.
Carbonite? Is he Ezra?
Yes.
Okay.
And Hotel Transylvania 2 made another $9 million, so there's probably going to be a 3 out in 2 years. Upcoming October 30th, Burnt. Anyone know what Burnt is about?
That is Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper as annoying, mean chef guy. Mm-hmm. He's a boss who's like a big prick, but he's very famous. But he needs the help of a female underling study that he's mean to help him out, and becomes succeeding. And they fall in love, and he becomes a better person. Yay!
I think I'd rather watch Chef.
It's kind of like Sarah Michelle Gellar, didn't she do one of those a long time ago? Love One Simply Irresistible or something like that?
That plot line's been fucked out
1996,
for years.
I think.
All right.
There was a crab in it.
But Bradley Cooper's dreamy.
He is. He's in Limitless, the TV show. He's in that.
Is he really?
Yeah.
2 episodes.
So far, yeah. Do you watch it, Jeff?
No.
No.
I'm recording it, but I haven't started watching it.
The lead makes it worthwhile.
Is he as dreamy as Bradley Cooper?
No, but he's funny. I like him. He's enjoyable.
He's funny as Bradley Cooper?
Yes.
Okay. Also coming out this week, our brand is Crisis. Come on, it's your girl.
I know. I love Sandra Bullock. Ugh. Yeah. That's about it.
Just time for the political.
Yeah.
Political
election coming up next year
for the political.
Mind it.
Yeah.
That's right.
I got you back.
And
it's another liberal democratic theme movie where all Republicans are evil.
And the Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. It's supposed to be a funny zombie movie.
I actually want to see that. I've actually seen previews for it, and it actually looks pretty funny.
It does look funny.
It does. It looks like another Zombieland.
Mm-hmm.
Which probably isn't a good thing overall because you're just rehashing the same thing. But there's stuff that looks original and funny in it. But it has from what I saw from the preview, it looked like it had the feel of Zombieland.
Glenn dies in it too.
No Emma Stone.
Okay.
Oh.
Since the zombie is doing good, we need zombie movie for ourselves. So, give me zombie pitches.
Is that your Warner Brother accent?
I don't know what accent it is.
Why don't we redo Hogan's Heroes, but with zombies?
Oh, I like it.
But hold on.
But we have to get rid of Nazis.
But do they have to be in a Nazi concentration camp?
No, let's put them in a Boy Scout camp.
Okay. Do they have to be brainless, the zombies? What about their feelings? No one ever talks about their feelings.
Oh, feeling zombies.
Feelings.
Can we make the zombies equivalent to Republican voters?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. There's just a big horde of them, and they keep coming at you, and you don't want them to be there. I like it.
And they're mindless.
Is one of them running for president?
The lead zombie.
Okay.
With an ugly wig.
You think we could get Schwarzenegger for that?
No.
No.
He's too busy making a terrible Terminator movie.
Oh, poor Terminator. You won't be back.
All right.
Moving on.
Time for buy sell this week. Since we know Blake will go to the movie no matter what movie he's in. Bill Murray. Buy sell Bill Murray.
I guess I'm buying him. Sure.
Guess.
Yeah.
After this movie, it's a good low buy. Because
It
a
is
lot
good
of
low
people
buy.
probably panicked and sold him after seeing this flick.
I think Bill Murray's pretty solid that, he's not going to lose just because he's in a bad movie. He's got to put a string of them together before his value
Ghostbusters.
drops out. I think I'll sell before Ghostbusters whatever comes out.
Electric Boogaloo #2, 7.
I'm buying him. He's got that persona, and he'll stay the same, and no matter what crap they put him in, he'll stay the same, and he'll get some good movies.
I'm selling because I don't think he's going to live that much longer. I don't know, he's what, 80?
I don't know if he's that old. Oh, now you're going to make me look up
60.
Bill Murray.
Let's do the next guy, the guy that has the biggest schlong in Hollywood, Michael Fassbender.
He's got the biggest?
He's one of them.
I don't know. I thought you were on Idris Elba.
I'm thinking it might be Michael Fassbender.
Oh.
Yeah, first-hand knowledge.
Maybe. Two-hand knowledge, actually.
He was born in
Three-hand knowledge.
Three-hand knowledge.
It's like when you choke up on the bat. Oh, let me keep going.
On the bat.
It's like when you throw the bat up in there, you catch it, you gotta see who goes first, you just keep going.
Oh, God.
I hit the top! Ow! Don't do that!
I've got so many bad jokes right now.
Are we talking about Michael Fassbender's penis?
Yes! The top of your head kind of looks like it. Anyways.
Wow. Anyway, Bill Murray was born in 1950.
It's about as big as that, too. So 65? Wow,
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Whoa, you're good at math. You put that in your head.
I did.
Just like that.
Like that. Anyways, I am buying Fassbender because he's in Assassin's Creed, the new movie coming out.
I'm buying Fassbender because he's going to have a big, long career ahead of him, and it's just
See what you did there. Yeah, good grip on that joke, didn't you?
He had two hands all over that one.
Yes, he did. That was quite a mouthful you just said. Moving on. So I'm buying Fassbender.
Obviously.
And then some.
So we're all buying Fassbender, and we're split on Bill Murray.
Is this the foot long? And then some.
All right. So I suppose we should go on to listener feedback.
I am all confused this week.
Well, that's because you were called away, so
Yes.
we had to adjust the schedule.
I feel so important. Okay.
Well, you have to be here for listener feedback.
I do. Go ahead.
Pretty much everyone's asking you questions.
I don't want
for feedback.
Go ahead, Blake. Start us off.
All right, listener feedback. First, we have it from that one guy.
Number one fan,
Doug.
Can't give
that
yourself a
guy.
nickname.
He said, did the pre-sales of Star Wars pass the box office of Tomorrowland?
Pretty close. Pretty close.
Me.
Pretty close.
He said, well, did they? Or was it close they passed it or close they almost did?
I will look for it.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
Tomorrowland did about 90 million.
Did I already sell George
Tomorrowland?
Clooney?
No, but you can.
I'm selling. You want him?
Are we trading stocks?
I'm selling.
Time out, I thought we were doing stocks, not baseball cards. What are we doing here?
I'm selling. You can buy it.
I got a couple of Mookie Wilsons for him. Can I do that? I got a Damon Berryhill rated rookie Cubs catcher card. Can I do that? We're doing actors. Damn it. I got Keanu Reeves for you. How about that? I'll give you a Keanu Reeves or George Clooney.
You see, I was saying this to pass the time while you looked up whatever.
Oh! I'm not good at that.
But you actually bit and started talking and stopped looking up. So
Keep going.
So the Star Wars pre-sale for just IMAX was $6.5 million, so it's only about $1 million behind
IMAX.
Mordecai.
Oh.
Jesse IMAX is almost already past Mordecai.
Everything should pass Mordecai. Except Gem and the Holograms, that's not. Okay, moving on.
All right, moving on. As we still look up and
I'm still looking, just keep going.
time for Star Wars versus Tomorrowland.
Yes, keep
From
going.
the guy who wrote the fucking outline. Okay. Could you at least explain the rules of rugby since you were reporting on it?
Does anyone know the rules of rugby?
It's just like football, but they don't wear pads, and after the match, you're forced to drink with the other team.
Wow, it's not just like football. There's no such thing as a forward pass in rugby. I know that much.
Yes, you can only pass it
You
backwards.
can only pass it backwards. And I think to score, you actually have to slam the ball on the ground. So you can cross the line and then, like, cough up the ball, but if you didn't make the act of touching the ball down, it doesn't count.
Are you being serious?
Yep.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I know something they called a scrum is in it.
No, that's
Yeah.
called a scrotum.
Oh, we're not talking Fassbender again.
The scrum is, I don't quite understand that. I just know it's when
The scrum,
get a big pile
it's a scrotum.
together.
It's like where they recreate the sperm and the egg fertilization process.
Somebody's got to get to the middle.
That's
You
right.
fertilize your eggs in your scrotum?
Yes. It's great birth control.
Tomorrowland made $93.5 million.
Okay, you were right. You said about 90 million.
Opening weekend, $32 million.
Okay, what has Star Wars pre-sold so far?
I haven't gotten to that yet. Keep going. Let's talk about.
You're not going to remember the Tomorrowland numbers when you get
Yes,
there.
I got it. I figured out Bill Murray's age.
So coming out of the scrotum is the strongest sperm with the ball.
What do you?
thing.
How many do you play? Halves or quarters?
I don't know. Probably halves.
Okay.
The halves might be divided in half, but
I think they're called wickets.
Bloody
Is this
good
a
time.
Welsh game? Are there sheep involved?
no sheep involved.
Okay.
Nobody's
Although
a
I
sheep
don't
hat.
know, it is very popular down in New Zealand since they are fighting for the world title, and there's a lot of sheep in New Zealand.
More than people.
More sheep than people in New Zealand.
Okay. Well, we'll find the rules for you, Doug.
Yeah.
I promise.
All right. So,
Yeah, after the championship is over, we'll figure out how it's played.
All right. So you did this last season, but re-rank Arrow, Flash, Gotham, and Shield for this season.
Ooh. Jeff, what would you like to do? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I might have to take a pass till I.
I'm going Flash.
The only one
Shield.
I know is Arrow will be last for me.
Oh, see, I'm going Flash, Shield, Arrow, Gotham.
Oh, you don't like Gotham this season?
It's okay.
I think I'm behind a couple episodes this season.
The whole bad guy has a 200-year grudge is pretty annoying. So
It's a Court of Owls.
Not necessarily yet.
No, not necessarily, but that's where
It's going to be, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It depends.
But Heroes got good.
Heroes is okay. I'm one episode behind.
Oh, that's where it got good.
Oh, okay. My bad.
That's where somebody doesn't have a superpower where they can go into a video game anymore.
Oh, thank Christ. Can we please get rid of that video game superpower? Oh, my God.
It's not a superpower.
Thank God. Anyway, so keep going. That's my thing.
I'm going Flash last. I'll work from the bottom up. Or I'm sorry, Arrow last. Just a little. Oh, I don't know. They try to rework it, and it just. Oh, Diggle's angry and has a stupid mask. That's about all I'm getting.
I don't hate the mask as much anymore.
It's kind of grown on me, but Shield, I'm not sure yet. I have to see where it goes. That's and so, wow.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
It is. The others all kind of are there together.
Okay. So, Morris, what about you?
I've only seen Gotham this season.
So that would be number one for you. What about that over Heroes? How about Heroes? That's a tough.
It would have been Gotham hands down, like way better. But this last episode of Heroes, I can see potential with Heroes Reborn.
Okay.
I can definitely see a lot of potential with it now.
Blake, you only watched Gotham, right?
I only watched Gotham.
So that's number one for you.
And the rest are blank.
Okay. We'll finish that up. Next.
All right,
Blake?
from Jillian at Sure Jillian's. Did you find your answer for your...
All I got is 6.5 million.
All right.
Still work on it.
And that's just the IMAX.
Yes, I know I'm working.
All right, so Jillian at Sure Jillian's. She's got another HOBI Top 5 for you at Bad Ideas Podcast. Top 5 safe for work Halloween office party costumes.
Ooh. Anybody have?
Bonus points for group get-ups.
You could do
Scooby-Doo Gang is always a good one.
Scooby-Doo. Smurfs?
No.
No.
The manager can be the Cat in the Hat, and then everybody else is thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, thing 4, thing 5.
That's a good one. I like that one.
But there's only 2 things.
Well,
They
improvise.
expanded their things in the business world.
They had lots of sex.
Your boss could be Willy Wonka, and everybody could be Oompa Loompas.
There you go.
But then you don't get to rank your employees.
Well, they're on the government general schedule. There is no ranking.
I worked at a company a while back that we had a little person there. She worked in our company, and I'm not kidding you. For Halloween,
this is going to go bad.
No.
This is
For
going to go
Halloween, she dressed as Snow White, and all of her coworkers dressed as the dwarves. And I'm not kidding you.
Awesome.
I thought that was kind of cool. That was kind of clever.
Zombies.
Yeah. Somebody could be a dog catcher, and everyone else can be dogs, dressed as dogs. Huh? Okay, that's a safe for work one. Jeff, now you got anything?
I already threw them out there.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So there's some good safe for work Halloween ideas, Jillian.
Or sexy nurse, sexy construction.
That's probably anything sexy is probably bad unless you're a stripper.
Sexy cow.
Unless you work at a strip.
Yes.
Like 5 sadists and 5 masochists.
I don't think it's going to be.
Or if
With
you're
the ball gags.
or if you're working in a strip joint, you can be a prude Mormon and completely cover yourself.
The rumor is $39 million in pre-sales for IMAX.
Oh, so it's not even halfway to.
It's going
For
up.
IMAX?
Yes, it's
For
all right.
IMAX?
Yes,
Just IMAX?
Yes,
What happened to the 6.5? Other that was IMAX.
that was 7 days ago. It already beat Tomorrowland then for opening weekend with just IMAX. So good for them. Yeah, they said possibly the rumor is $39 million. So okay, moving on.
Snake Oil Comics at SOC Podcast. Are you excited for the possibility of a Dino Riders movie?
No.
Dino Riders.
I don't even know what they are.
They're people that rode on dinosaurs, and there was a cartoon.
Oh, so it was the Creation Museum?
Yeah, kind of like that from down in Kentucky. Morris, you remember Dino Riders?
remember.
How does nobody fucking remember Dino Riders?
Because we weren't stupid children?
No.
Oh, okay.
I watched Thundercats. I only watched Thundercats.
Wasn't that in between your He-Man and G.I. Joe?
Oh my God, you guys are killing me.
Why were they
Dino
riding dinosaurs?
Dino Riders is a cartoon from 1988. It was primarily a promotion to launch a new Tyco toy line, like all 1980s shows. Only 14 episodes were produced,
That's why we haven't seen it.
focused on the battle between the good Valorians and the evil Runlins on prehistoric Earth. The Valorians, the good guys, were a superhuman race, while the Rulans were a mixture of humanoid creatures. Of course they are. How come they can't switch those?
So let me get this straight.
Where did the Slee stats
You
come in?
are really looking forward to this, and you dog me on the Herculoids.
Yes. They both came from the future, both races.
From
However-
our future or from their future?
They didn't say. Both of which came from the future, however, ended up transported back in time to the age of dinosaurs. Wow. So there you go. The Valorians befriended dinosaurs while the Rulans brainwashed them. So, sounds pretty exciting.
Did you say brainwashed?
Yes.
Yes. Can't say that.
I was letting it slide.
All right,
Does he always
so
say worst?
Yes.
all right, so at this table, only Jason is excited. All right, so Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666.
He's not bad, just handled that way.
That's right. Listening now.
Yes. Not right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This was a tweet.
The hatred towards at HOBI podcast for dissing Disney's Robin Hood is great. That's aimed at
Jeff.
Yeah,
That is a great
for
movie.
me hating it wasn't a good movie.
It was a great movie.
No.
Uda Lolly.
Yes. Morris, you like Robin Hood, the cartoon from Disney, right? Remember, I have a pen. I can stab you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not their best.
Remember, he does the
It's
bookings.
Not in the top
If you ever want to
60.
come back again.
So you do like it.
And you like Dino Riders, too.
Yeah.
No, don't
Pass the
like that.
Pez.
Yes. Thank you,
right.
Randall Holt, for defending me.
No, actually pass
But it
the
is on
Pez.
Netflix, so I did just watch it recently.
Did you eat all the Pez, Blake?
Yes.
There were 3 packs of Pez to start.
What do you expect me to do?
He's a Pez diva.
Of course I ate all the Pez.
Go ahead.
Pam Morris at Pam World. No relation to Jeff Morris.
Cousin Pam.
Not that we know. Episode 56. The guy who played Kelly in the Bad News Bears film also played the new Freddy Krueger, and he did great.
Oh.
And she also loves Talladega Nights.
Ugh.
I'm not sure exactly what we talked about in episode 56.
Rick and Bobby.
That they both popped up.
Yes.
I don't know exactly what the stream.
I'll give Pam credit. She's up to 56. She's doing them in order. Good for you, Pam. Thank you.
Yay, that's very good.
Wait till she gets up to when we start talking about her.
Well, I think she is listening to the new one.
Yes.
She's double dipping. Episode 56, and I see Blake's serious side with the Michael Moore sniper discussion. Thank you very much. She's impressed and scared.
Oh, look, we talked about Michael Moore in episode 56. And Sniper. There you go. I'm so glad somebody listens because I can't remember any of these.
I just know it was that one episode a while ago.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
From Paul. Just Paul. Are they really
Is that
making...
the Dit Man?
It is the Dit Man.
Oh, the Dit Man.
Dit Man in the morning.
Are they really making the Big Lebowski 2?
No, it is a joke.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
We've seen the trailer.
We did see the trailer.
Starring Tara Reid.
Yes.
As
She might
everyone.
she might come on our show. She might.
If we hype up
If we
the Big
give her enough
Lebowski
love
2.
about the Big Lebowski 2
But how do
trailer.
you not have more respect for her after seeing that trailer?
I do.
I do.
Well, her boobs scare me.
But you
I think
didn't see them in
that was
trailer.
probably pre-boob job.
No, it's true. That is true. It was pre-boob job.
But it was post Newfoundland.
Yes, Alone in the Dark. So no, Paul, they are not making a Lebowski 2. It was a joke. Spoof. Thank God.
All right. Nickel at Graphic Novice. Are you prepared for Star Wars to be just okay? It's going to make oceans of money, but I doubt it lives up to the hype.
I disagree.
I've been preparing it to be disappointment.
Yeah,
so
I don't
if it's
think
just okay, then it's over my expectations.
I don't think it's possible to be just okay. I think anybody who's really looking forward to it is
Gonna love it.
Or hate
it.
Yeah.
They'll have strong feelings towards it one way or another.
I already rank it as the 4th best Star Wars movie, and I've only seen the trailer. So I rank it above the prequels already. I saw the prequels.
Gee, that's tough to do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's already can't be more disappointing than the prequels.
That could be.
I find that hard to believe.
I will find it on the same level as J.J. Abrams' Star Trek movies.
And how did you think about those?
Shit.
Okay.
I thought they were fun movies, but they aren't Star Trek. That's the problem I have. Is it's like,
Exactly.
Let's take everything
Hold
out
on
of
a
Star
second.
Trek.
You just summed it up
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah,
That's what this is going to be.
And that's what the studio execs wanted. Okay, let's make Star Trek, but not Star Trek.
Let's take the Star Trek name and make Star Wars out of it.
Can we do that? Yeah, I think so. Can we get Spock? Is he dead?
Spock used the Force.
Can we get a Gandalf in there? Is it Gandalf in there?
Spock used the Force. Is that okay? I mean, he does the V thing with the fingers.
Yeah. That's.
And he just touches somebody. It's sort of like choking without touching them. He can choke them with touching their shoulder.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Can we
There
get
you go.
Yoda? Can somebody play Yoda?
Oh, Spock's got pointy ears.
Oh yeah. So can we paint him green?
Spock is the Yoda to Luke Skywalker, Kirk.
Okay. I thought Kirk was more Han Solo.
No.
Okay. How about Han Solo makes, how about he learns the Force? Sir, we don't have Star Wars. Oh, sorry.
You know, originally Spock was supposed to be green,
Really?
but they thought the paint would take too long and too big of a budget to do every week or whatever. So instead, they just said he has green blood and moved on.
I like that idea. Probably easier. Always go easy.
Excellent. And can we get Beyonce for Lieutenant Uhura?
Oh, she was so good in
Goldfinger?
Austin Powers.
Goldmember?
Oh yeah, great. She was awesome in that. Dynamite, Shazam!
Oodalolly.
Oodalolly.
Doctor number one and Doctor number one.
This is a big one.
Oodalolly.
This is a big one, Morris. I need your help. Okay, go ahead.
Paul Blart 2. Mm-hmm. And Tomorrowland. Mm-hmm. Both out on Blu-ray. You have to buy one. Which one are you getting?
I would buy Tomorrowland above Paul Blart 2.
What?
Yes.
Which one's funnier?
Tomorrowland for the wrong reasons.
You saw Tomorrowland?
Oh, yeah, we previewed it.
Unfortunately.
It was rough.
Jason got 4 tickets to preview
Yes.
the movie, and
Couldn't
invited
get
us
3
to
other
go,
people
and
to
we're
go
like,
with him.
We're not interested.
Nobody wanted to go.
You don't want to see this movie? We're like, no.
So my brother and I went, and then one of our other friends went too. Yeah, and his wife. Yeah, no, it was still not good.
Had to give them the free ticket and pay them.
Yes, please show up.
Well, I haven't seen either of these, so if I had to choose one, I'd choose Tomorrowland.
Good man.
And yet you're selling George Clooney.
I would too after Tomorrowland.
I think that he's falling like a rock.
And yet, I would probably buy Kevin James stock because it's as low as it possibly can get, isn't it?
He's got a TV show coming.
There you go. His stock is rising.
Great. I like the next part that Dr. Number One had. Go ahead, Blake.
Oh, he said he's doing his own segments now. He's doing his own Riddle Me This. He's recasting the Muppets with the cast of Bad Ideas podcast.
I like it.
He said Kermit, the voice of reason, is
Jeff. That's Jeff, the HOBI Pod.
Oh, Jeff the HOBI Pod.
Yeah, that's my Twitter handle, at HOBI Pod.
Oh, at HOBI Pod.
At HOBI Pod, he refers to me.
I see.
So I'm the voice of reason, so
there you go.
I can't argue with Dr. Number One on this one.
There you go. Gonzo, never know what he's going to say, do or say. That's Blake.
Okay.
That's pretty predictable.
Yeah.
The Diva.
What?
Miss Piggy. Jason.
Yep, Jason, I see that.
Okay.
And his final pick for Riddle Me This, Swedish chef, the cool accent, is at Graphic Novice.
Nickel.
Nickel with his Canadian Swedish accent.
That's Owl Boot. I'm going Dr. Teeth as Chris Bednar. He's the musician to the team. So I'm going him.
Sorry, Morris, you don't make it.
No, Morris is the old people up in the balcony.
Both of them?
Yes. Yes.
I like that.
He's the critic. Him and Paul Dipman. The Dipman. They're both the two grouchy guys up there. Who's who's Nick? The
Scooter.
I like Scooter.
You're saying you don't like?
Well, like Nick, but he's more of a gimp. I was a gimp. I was thinking animal because he's got a chain around his neck.
I was thinking Nick was more like Fozzie Bear.
Waka waka waka. Is he reaching for the food, the human food up in the rope? Waka waka waka.
In the funny hat he wears.
Yes.
Rugby time, Dr. Number One and Dr. Number One. Who do you have in the Rugby World Cup final, New Zealand or Australia?
All Blacks. Definitely vote for the All Blacks.
What is that, like, All Blacks team?
Just because of what they wear.
Okay.
They wear
Who
all
is that?
black.
Like, what country is
New
that?
Zealand. The New Zealand All Blacks.
Oh, okay.
They're Kiwis.
And Australia's the Box?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going against because they're playing New Zealand.
Their full name is the Outbox.
Really? Fell for that one. Into the glory hole box, but not the out box. Sorry. We're going New Zealand because that's Nikki Pumazili.
Yeah, they're called the Bloomin' Onions.
Okay, I get that one. Keep going. He's got some stats.
Dan Carter was on fire, wasn't he?
Sure. Hashtag Rugby World Cup. I'm going with yes. Go Dan Carter.
I didn't know my former roommate even played rugby.
I don't think it's the same one.
Oh.
I'm going New Zealand because Nikki Pumazili. So I'm going with New Zealand.
For Nikki's team.
Of course, we do have a couple fans in Australia too that like us.
Oh yeah.
So that's a tough call. Who do we pick?
Well, I'll go with Australia then.
Okay, that's great.
I got those fans.
Yeah. See, this is why you're the old critic, film critic.
But Nikki threatened to come up here if we didn't vote for.
She's got to get past the guard Nate, and she's got to get past Dr. Number One. So that should be quite a ruckus. That could be quite a scrum, if you could say. So
The scrotum.
We'll have more rugby time next week. So
It's all about that egg.
is that
All about that egg. About that egg. I don't know.
Please never do that again. No.
I am going to do that religiously.
Are we doing News of the Geek?
Oh,
Do it.
okay. It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Da-da-da-da. Thank God we're not on video right now because we have a lot of technical issues this week, to say the least. We're all down to one mic. So it's been a rough night already. Moving on.
And it's not even a pretty mic.
No. The new board game.
Not like Michael Fassbender.
Jason needs two hands for it, though.
Is about the circumference is pretty close. The new board game, Pandemic Legacy. Jeff has Pandemic.
I do have the pandemic. Yeah.
And this one, Legacy, is changing how board gaming is played. The original Pandemic is a co-op game, basically a worker placement game. You're trying to stop an outbreak throughout the whole world. Team of up to 4 players, take certain roles of characters, medic, scientist, blah, blah, blah. And they travel the world trying to stop these outbreaks. Let's see here. So basically the new one, the new Pandemic Legacy is very secret. It has a manila envelope marked top secret with 69. 69!
Oh, yeah.
Sealed panels, like an advent calendar. Let's try it again. So you must not open unless the game tells you to. Then there are 8 sealed boxes. Then there's a sealed deck of legacy cards that are read out loud in order each time you play. The fun part is cities will begin to riot, limiting travel to and from continents. I like the rioting aspect. The disease themselves will evolve, becoming harder or easier to defeat in later games. Characters will develop relationships with each other, learning new skills. And most disturbing of all, when a city falls, all the characters stuck there will be buried there. That is awesome. They take they take their character sheets, tear them up, and throw them away. The game is divided into 12 months, and you've only got 2 chances to win each month during the game. You only get between 12 and 24 chances to play the $70 game, and the game is subtitled Season 1, which means there will be sequels to this. I'm intrigued by this.
Oh, yeah. It's based on the Legacy engine or whatever. Came out, I think, last year originally with a Risk Legacy.
Yes.
Where it was, so that the person who created the Legacy left Parker Brothers or whatever company owns that, and hooked up with, I suppose it was Z-Man Games?
Yes, Z-Man Games.
And so the creator of Pandemic met with the guy who created the Legacy way of playing games, and they did this. The Risk Legacy is one I've been looking at and wanting to buy, because it's like you play game of Risk, but when that game is over, the board has changed permanently. So the next time you play, you start with the way the board finished the last time. And you just go on and on and on. And it's different every time you play, and everybody playing it will play it differently because they start at different places, end at different places. And
Blake, you're a big Axis and Allies fan. Are you a Risk fan?
Yeah, I play Risk. Yeah, I'll do Risk. I call Axis and Allies like advanced Risk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would you play Pandemic?
Yeah, I probably would. Actually, it sounds pretty cool. I would probably play it.
We've played that several times.
We've played it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We've won sometimes.
We've won when we cheated.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. We were going to do that. My finger's not off the button, off the guy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm like, wait a minute. We miscalculated. Go back a turn. This is what we want to do.
I do like the cities will riot, and that if you're stuck there, you're dead.
You're dead.
I like that. Speaking with Empire Magazine, Jared Leto is batshit crazy as his new performance of the Joker in Suicide Squad. He quotes, to quote him, "I took a pretty deep dive. There's a unique opportunity. I couldn't imagine doing it any other way. It was fun playing those psychological games, but at the same time it was very painful, like giving birth out of my prick hole."
So
that's what Jared Leto said, not Jason.
Yes. Well, if you're Michael Fassbender, it probably wouldn't hurt his prick hole. Wow. The descriptions of Leto being always in character have been going around for months. Several of his co-stars have discussed the dedication he's had to his role. Leto remained in character outside filming as well, so he was killing people in his spare time as the Joker.
Yeah, why not?
Even going so far as to call co-star Jim Perrick and give him random orders throughout the day.
That sounds like fun.
Go kill this guy.
Yeah! He says he enjoyed the psychological games like sending dead hogs, yes, hogs, as gifts to his co-stars.
Wow.
But it got to the point that several of the same co-stars were literally afraid to speak to him.
Yeah.
I'm literally afraid to speak to him.
And he said the isolation of being on set when they wouldn't talk to him actually helped his character. I'm like, dear God, let it go, man.
Let it go. Let it go.
I'm intrigued to see how he does now. Suicide Squad is a prequel to Batman v Superman. They did say that it takes place before it. Wonder Woman, which is now taking place in World War II,
So
or
they
one.
For World War I already.
Yeah, to 2. And
figures, we're going to take the popular war.
Yeah.
They're fighting Nazis. That's better than regular Germans.
Because Americans don't understand World War I history anyway, so fuck it.
So they're doing World War II and then present day. But they said that also takes place before Batman v Superman. Supposedly Batman...
What, really?
Yes!
The movie taking place in World War II?
Well, that's only like flashbacks. I'm talking the present day. Shut up! getting violent in here. Going lack of sleep here. But they said at the end, I guess Batman shows up with Wonder Woman and says, "Hey, I like what you're doing. Can you help me beat Superman?" And then that goes into whatever.
And then Superman shows up and says, "Ha! I got Aquaman on my side."
Yeah, and then then he burns him with heat ray. Then Aquaman's like, "Come in the water, Batman! I got you! Bring a bat boat! I got you, man! You ain't nothing!"
And I think we know who the Sharks are and who the Jets are in those two groups.
Actually, speaking to Warner Brothers, they're actually switching it.
You got the Bat Jet, the Invisible Jet on the Jets. You got the guy in the water with the shark. Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you for explaining that joke.
Yeah. Explaining it just made it so clear.
I had to explain it in my own brain to show the different layers of perfection. I'm giving Jeff so much credit on that joke.
Well done, Morris.
That clicking and burning smell, that's his brain.
Yes. Jeff, now? Yes.
You can't smell that on the radio. I hope not, anyway.
Another quickie. A new rumor from Latino Review. Claims
not from El Maimbe.
No, he left a Latino Review. Yeah, he did.
El Maimbe, ¿dónde está?
He got his own site. Claims the budget for Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Electric Boogaloo, has already ballooned to $410 million. The reason for the huge outlay of money is reportedly Warner Brothers, desire to kick off their shared cinematic universe with no expenses spared. Is this John Hammond from Jurassic World?
No
Jurassic Park?
Expenses spared.
Except I have an Explorer. Wait a minute.
Well, Ford is helping to pay for it.
The two Justice League movies coming after will reportedly have a more reasonable budget, around $500 million, with a 16-month production run.
That's for both of them, though, right?
Okay. What's that?
The $500 million is for both of them.
Yes. So let's see. Basically, it's still cheaper than the Avengers movies. We were talking last week that the Avengers movies, Morris, are about $1 billion. And $250 million of that is just for Robert Downey Jr., and that doesn't even count his back end.
Yeah, that's the two. What the hell's the
$500 million? I think was for everybody in the cast and the crew.
But the budget was for both the movies.
Yes.
Of the I forgot the subtitle.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Thank you.
Wait, they pay Robert Downey Jr.'s back end separately from the rest of them?
Well, that doesn't count how much they're going to make. He's going to make off how much the film
makes. That's what he
makes.
gets to be in it, and then he's going to get a percentage after that.
In his contract.
So not like his ass.
Oh, not his ass. No, his ass didn't get paid separately.
No.
Did I just fucking say that?
we started ignoring you a while ago.
Exactly.
Hi, Blake. I'm Jason. Welcome to the show.
This is how you feel.
Yes. So there's your News of the Geek. That music can only mean one thing. You have a cheap attorney on the TV. Or you have the top 5 for HOBI. Yes. Top 5 this week is worst sci-fi, fantasy / horror villains. Not horror. Horror.
This is probably the hardest one I've ever done.
Really? That's what Fassbender said.
I've been it was much easier to find some for every other one that I've done. Like, even before, if I can't think of any, I go on the internet and there's always clues and stuff. But when I went on the internet this time, everything that was a good villain. That was a good villain. What are they talking about?
I had some troubles because I didn't know where to list some of the villains from some of the movies. Like, was it really sci-fi, or is superhero films really sci-fi? I don't know.
I would say it's fantasy.
Or fantasy. Fantasy, I think, more like, I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons, So
when you're trying to ruin my list already?
No, I'm just saying it's.
No, he didn't say gelatinous cube.
Oh,
Herculoids are up there.
They weren't villains.
That's animation.
They're a villain to animation. Okay, so Morris, you can go first. What's your number 5? Don't sound too excited.
I have Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs. Because it's a
Show's over. We're done.
it's like a bad pun on Pizza Hut and
Have
Jabba
you seen
the Hutt.
Spaceballs? The whole thing was a bad pun.
Yeah, but
That one missed.
but I think that one missed.
But it was supposed to be a bad character pun.
Better watch out, or pizza will be sending out for you.
Stop it.
But
I didn't write the joke.
You could have.
I don't love this choice, but he was.
Well, I'm glad
I
that's your
can
number
think of.
5. That's great. Way to start.
You did say it was pretty hard for you.
But then pizza ate himself to death.
Yeah, that was
himself.
Blake, what's your number 5?
My number 5, it's a Stephen King.
Stephen King is your number 5?
A Stephen King movie. The
Maximum.
Mist. With the crazy ass interdimensional creatures
I'm going to cut you like
that apparently the army can just walk around in broad daylight, just walk around and shoot them as they keep going down the road.
Well, our army is superior to the interdimensional creatures.
You should see the shock on Jeff and Jason's face right now.
That movie's fucking amazing.
It sucked.
We think Blake is saying that just because he knows we like this movie.
Well, let's just lock ourselves in a glass front shopping.
That's where they were. They barricaded.
My only issue with it is when they all killed themselves.
An interdimensional spider.
There's a walking brontosaurus thing too. Okay, calm down.
Exactly. What the fuck?
I'm anxious to hear the show to hear if there was a collective gasp when he said that. Like,
I can't believe you fucking said it.
They're horrible.
You're horrible.
I should love this for the bad guy. What the hell?
I mean, he's coming up with a Stephen King one, and he doesn't come up with like Maximum Overdrive or
Langoliers? Bronson Pinchot as your bad guy is a bad sign. We're so happy we do the dance of joy. No, no, no. Hey, hey, hey. Woo, woo.
Cousin Larry Appleton.
Cousin Larry Appleton.
All right, or it could be the Langoliers. What?
Yeah, it could be the Langoliers.
Oh, it's a tie. It's time eating bacteria that erases time. What the fuck?
Okay, first off, the only issue I had with The Mist is they killed themselves way too early. I would have waited till the monsters got there.
Yeah, I'm a survivor, damn it. I'm going to stay alive as long as I can. I'm going to sit in the car. I'm going to sit in the car with a gun and say, son, wife, you know what? I'm just going to kill you, and then I'll kill myself. No, I survive until I'm in the mouth of that stupid-ass spider.
That's what Fassbender said.
What I want to know is why didn't they just put their heads next to each other and kill all of them with?
I don't think a bullet was going to go.
you gotta start with the kid.
You gotta start with the kid, then nuzzle in the ear.
Exactly.
Make it one of those bad arrow jokes where he goes through all 3 heads.
My number 5 is The Master from Manos, Hands of Fate. Manos? Hands of Fate. The Master. I know
That's
there's
because manos in Spanish means hands.
So it's hands.
Hands?
Yes.
Hands of Fate.
I'm doing Jeff's impersonation of
Oh my God!
That's in the Sharks.
I don't get it. You see, what's the joke? I don't get it.
Manos.
Oh,
Spanish for hands.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Jeff, now for explaining.
Hands of Fate.
I know it was a bad movie, and it wasn't, but it was so bad, that guy. The only you could have his sidekick with the bad knees too.
I only watched it with the
Mystery Science Theater
version, and that was tough to watch.
Yes.
I couldn't imagine watching it without the Tom and Crow and
The Hands of Fate. Okay, Jeff, what's your number 5?
Well, I got to start with Star Wars.
Oh, here we go.
Well, you know,
Count Dooku?
No, he wasn't too bad.
No, okay.
Sebulba.
Oh,
terrible.
Yeah, pod racer.
Yeah. He's the cheating pod racer. Didn't like him.
Yeah.
If I'd have thought of him, he'd be on
I would
my
have done the
list.
whole pod racing team. Just all of them.
But I put Sebulba as the villain because he was the one. Arch enemies. Him and Annie were arch enemies. They look at each other. I see you. Yeah, and then
My question
I saw Sebulba. I can only think of Gonzo from the Muppets.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I could see that.
If they had the Muppets play Star Wars, he would probably play some.
I would have been fine if the Muppets were in Star Wars Phantom Menace instead of what they had.
They're both Disney now.
Yeah.
It's possible now.
George Lucas, I always wanted to do the Muppets, so I'm going to recut it. George, you don't own the Star Wars anymore. Oh,
Start looking for Kermit in the background of Dagobah.
Howdy-ho.
Oh, shit, Yoda ate him. He fried him up.
What's your number 4, Jeff?
My number 4 is Sid 6.7.
Is this Virtuosity?
It is Virtuosity.
You motherfucker. Seriously, you motherfucker.
I do have to admit, Kevin gave me that one. I saw his tweet.
From 365 Flicks.
365 Flicks.
Virtuosity was a fucking awesome movie with Denzel Washington. No.
Yes,
that got Russell Crowe?
Yes.
That was the Russell Crowe character.
That was awesome.
No. Have you... Really?
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it in 10 years, but I'm going to say it was awesome.
No, it was not good. Russell Crowe was not good. The villain was not... That was the first time I ever saw Russell Crowe. And I knew he was going to be something from that movie. He had a presence, but the movie was just...
Oh, it's awesome.
The character was terrible.
Awesome. You are wrong. Both of you all wrong.
Kevin agrees with me.
Number 4 is Evil / Satan. I don't even know what the fuck it was. Event Horizon. With Sam Neill.
Okay. Yeah, what the heck was the bad thing? What the hell was the...
I remember watching that, and my brother was at the theater.
What was the antagonist in Event Horizon?
Evil. That's what they said.
It was just evil.
Evil, yes.
So it's kind of like Man was the antagonist in Bambi.
Yes.
And
this was
the...
and Spaceballs, yes.
Spaceballs.
Because my brother was a manager at a theater, movie theater then, and we previewed this, so it was just me and him in the theater, and we're watching this, we're like, okay, this is intriguing, and then we get to them, we're like, wait, what the fuck was that? That was it? Yes, evil wins. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
So that was one of the first movies that I saw when I was a little bit older that really just pissed me off the ending. And it gets worse. The rest of my top 5.
Your what the fuck moment?
I didn't think about it then. But yeah, so the rest of my picks are the ones that piss me off when it gets to the end, and the bad guys are just horrible throughout. And so number 4, Evil from Event Horizon. Blake, what's your number 4?
I got a lot of things for number 4.
Of course you do.
But the good thing is that they're all easily grouped together. Starting with penguins with missiles strapped to their goddamn backs.
Oh, Batman Returns.
Starting at that point in Batman Returns.
Don't you dare make fun of Mr. Freeze.
All the damn bad guys from the Batman series up until they rebooted it with Christopher Nolan. And that does include Mr. Freeze.
Ice to see
Mr.
you.
Freeze is my number 2.
Oh! Put it on the board. Put it on the board.
But that's not fair that he chooses all of them.
Yeah, I choose all of them.
Have you met Blake?
Even Bane?
Oh,
yes.
God. Bane was so bad.
Well, hold on. No, not
Bane was... No, Bane was...
series.
Bane from
the
Poison Ivy.
Yeah, Poison Ivy.
That was a terrible rendition of Bane.
It was horrible. Oh, I mean, all those were just so bad.
You know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Freeze. Nobody move. Oh, God.
And then when he starts singing from the TV show in his lair, Mr. Freeze, man.
You know, and the worst, of course, is the Riddler.
Oh, Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Just horrible.
I don't know, Two-Face might have been bad, too.
Yeah.
Looking back
Both
on
of
it.
Those are,
I remember liking that one when I was a kid, but man, it's horrible.
So horrible.
It is. I never liked Batman Returns, never. Morris, what's your number 4?
The alien at the end of Signs.
That's an honorable mention for me.
I liked when he just kind of went in the background during the kids.
That one particular alien, or all the aliens?
That one particular one, because up to that point it was real creepy because you never saw them except for just that one little brief
birthday party.
Party. But they were always present and they were always encroaching and everything. And then you saw it and like, really? This is what we're scared of?
But he had a mist come from his wrist.
He has a mist come from his wrist, and apparently he can't touch water.
And he can't open the door.
Well, that was explained. On Tangent Bound Network, we figured it out. One guy said maybe their technology to open doors was always push button. So by the time they got back to Earth, it was so primitive they don't remember how to turn the knobs.
How to turn this?
They don't know how to turn it on.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I saw him complain about, why are you going to a planet that's 75% water? It's because that's where the people are.
And that's what they were eating.
It's like you have to go to where the people are if you're going to try to
food
take
is.
Exactly. I mean, it's like they could go to Mars and get nothing.
Or floating spoons.
Spoons. What's your number 3?
Michael Jackson from the Thriller video.
I thought you were just going to Michael Jackson completely.
Michael Jackson, the pedophile.
But he was the hero.
Alleged.
But he wasn't. He was a zombie at the end, and he led you to believe that he was a hero, but he just danced.
He was a werewolf
dance.
and a zombie. That's pretty damn badass.
It is.
No.
I was unimpressed.
No.
And I couldn't come up with anybody.
Blake,
I'll give you my number 3. You can borrow my number 3 if you like.
I mean, anybody from any music video ever, or any movie that has music in it.
Actually, that sounds pretty genius. How did you ever come up with that idea?
my number 3 is any black and white film. And does that work?
Here goes my number 1.
Any 50s black and white horror movie?
Any black and white film. Any. And any movie that didn't have sound. Especially the artist. Go ahead, Blake. What's your number 3?
You know, that reminds me.
Yes.
When I was a kid, I saw this Japanese horror movie. It was black and white. Mm-hmm. And this boat got shipwrecked on this island where all these mushrooms were.
Okay.
And so they were starving, so they started to eat the mushrooms. And when they started to eat the mushrooms, they started turning into mushroom people and chase the people. They didn't eat the mushrooms.
Okay.
That's why I don't like mushrooms to this day.
So is that your number 3, the mushrooms?
No, it could be my number 3. Because I'll give you my number 3. That's my new number 3. The mushroom people.
It's tied.
The mushroom side from that Japanese horror flick is my number 3. But I'll give you my number 3, Jeff. Your number 3 was actually Nuclear Man from Superman 4.
You know what? That was one of my honorable mentions. Well, on the other outline I had.
I didn't even think of Nuclear Man.
Nuclear Man.
Greatest Superman ever. Great. Well, I still contend it's better than Superman Returns.
Nope.
You know what? I should have picked a bad guy from Superman Returns. The plane. That was about the only bad guy in it.
Lex Luthor.
Cal Penn. Sorry, Cal Penn.
Cal Penn was a good bad guy.
Yes.
He was the bad guy with a heart of gold.
Oh, he was.
So they killed him.
God, fuck Superman. So you got what was it? Superman? You got
No,
Nuclear
it was,
Man.
the mushrooms.
Oh, okay. My
But he
number
was throwing other ones in there just to mess with your top 5s.
my number 3 is because I hate this series. I fucking hate it. And then we got to the bad guy, and I was like, fuck you. The architect from Matrix. Fuck that.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
You think? Oh my god, it looks
Just a
like
little
Colonel
bit.
Sanders is in the room. Okay,
They're
thanks.
just like the 100 other Keanu Reeves that they're on the background replaying the screens. They're like, "Fuck you,
Wait. Let's Keanu versus Mr. Smith looked really good in the first Matrix. Let's do that repeatedly through every other part of the film.
And that's tied with everything that makes you think about fried chicken?
Yes. Damn Colonel Sanders. Damn him. Jeff, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is The Creeper from Jeepers Creepers 2.
Okay, seriously, did you guys all fucking get together and just try to piss me off? No. Fucking Creeper is awesome.
I never saw the first movie, so he might be good in the first movie, but he was terrible in the second movie.
But it was terrible to the point where it was campy good.
It came back around.
It didn't. It was like, really? This is terrible.
Okay, between you doing the Creeper, you got Blake over here mocking the Mist, okay? It's a fucking walking brontosaurus. Get over it. You know,
we've only lasted an hour and a half in this movie. Time to kill ourselves. You first.
Seriously? Jeepers Creepers 2.
It was funny.
It was terrible.
It was funny.
Oh, and I forgot how bad it was. About a month ago or so it was on, and I watched it, and I'm like, this is worse than I remember.
That's not good.
Exactly. And it doesn't have the
Maybe it was
value.
the venue that we saw it in. It was us, and then we left it, and we were pretending to be the Creeper without our
chasing
arms,
each other. Yes.
Each other through the,
And my brother
he was in the
does
cornfield, and he like popped out of the cornfield with no arms and legs.
Yes. I liked it. What's your number 2?
Oh, still on me. My number 2 is from the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Marlon Wayans?
No. The Jeremy
writer? The script writer?
Well, that too.
There was no script writer.
The Jeremy Irons character of Profion was just pretty much the script writer who said everything that bad guys are known of, I'll throw it all into this plot, have Jeremy Irons completely overact it all, and we'll call it good.
I like it.
And that's tied with any other fantasy.
Oh yeah, pretty much any fantasy villain out there.
This is an honorable mention. I don't think it's going to be on anyone else's, but I had an honorable mention of Galleon from Ray Liotta from In the Name of the King when you're talking about fantasy.
I thought about putting that on
my number 1.
I'm just going to spin. I'm spinning in this circle. Oh, God, it was so bad. Was it really your number 1? Okay.
He was an honorable mention for me because it was one that I thought of when I was making the list.
My number 2, Doctor Doom and Galactus. Either one, I don't really care. From every Fantastic Four movie, Galactus, the supreme power in the universe, is a cloud. Fuck you.
I mean, from like
the
Silver Surfer?
Yes, the Fantastic Four and the Silver Surfer.
Galactus. What is he? Well, he's a big gaseous.
Kind of looks like, yeah. Is that a cumulus cloud? I'm not sure. And then Doctor Doom in every Fantastic Four movie. Oh, fuck him.
Even the Corbin version?
Yeah, that was the best version.
So you're pulling a Blake and choosing every.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Doctor Dooms? They all lump together.
There you go.
But you put Galactus in there too, and.
Well, okay, I'm just going to Fantastic Four. Can I?
Fantastic Four villain.
Do you see how infectious it is?
Well, all he did was Batman villain.
Exactly. All of those horrible villains.
If you would have put Mole Man in for Fantastic Four, I would have enjoyed it. Blake, what's your number 2?
My number 2, a movie that, if you didn't know what it was about, was actually pretty cool until you figured out what it was about.
Step Up to the Streets.
The fucking trees.
Damn it, that's my number 1.
Number 1.
Are you kidding me?
Number 1. Nature.
trees.
The Happening.
From The Happening and the show.
I will change my number 1 to that so I have a clean sweep.
How is that not the worst? It was real. I thought it was really interesting what they were doing, and then
until you realize it was the trees. What the fuck is
would have been better if he's like, I think I found a transformer. Yes, the tree / nature in The Happening. And the best is when Mark Wahlberg's yelling, "It's the trees! Run away!"
Outrun the trees!
They're powerless without their trunks. Just take the trunks.
And you think the world probably could have figured out a defense for this.
Stayed inside.
Well, before they even knew that, like, just tie yourself down till it kind of wears off.
Yeah, I agree.
Instead of the whole world, but I like the idea of it, and
the trailer was creepy. The trailer was creepy when all the guys are jump off the roof and that was kind of creepy.
I think he was probably like watching The Birds and thought, that's cool, nature's attacking. What movie can I make? The trees will attack.
I'm thinking he was watching Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And then he's like, that's nature. I like it. Okay. Not The Birds. Let's not give him that much credit.
Killer Tomatoes had much more substantiating background.
No, if I would have got George Clooney from then.
And when I was looking online for terrible villains, they had the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And
I saw that.
The Killer Tomatoes. I'm like, these are great.
Killer Clowns is awesome.
And the Killer Tomatoes were great.
Blake, that's as impressive. You took out 2 with 1 shot.
You.
That's what Fassbender does.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Jeff,
we knocked out Jeff's 2.
But wait,
1.
when I had my number 5, it was all
movies.
Night Shyamalan's.
M. Night Shyamalan's antagonists. It was the village, the entire village.
I like the village.
Wait a minute, you're not putting Mr. Glass on your list.
From Unbreakable?
No. It was just I was even thinking of other M. Night Shyamalan. No, I kind of like the other ones.
I did too.
The Lady in the Water?
No, I fucking hated that movie.
I didn't remember it well enough.
Trust me, nobody does.
I remember one guy had a big masturbation arm. Is all I remember.
That was Family Guy. That was Quagmire.
There wasn't somebody who had a big.
I have no idea.
Big muscly arm, and the other arm wasn't.
No, you're confusing that. That's the He-Man character, Arm Armo.
He just had the one. He kept doing the curls on one arm or something.
Yeah.
Armo.
You're confusing that with Michael Fassbender in real life. I just got one big arm.
Except it wasn't an arm.
I'm not going crazy here. And Lady in the, what was it?
Lady in the Water.
Lady in the Water. There was a guy who had a big muscly.
Don't use my computer to
arm
look
and-
that up. Masturbation arm in Lady in the Water. Jeff, what's your number one? Last one.
Did Blake give his number one?
Yeah, that was his number one. The happening.
that was
number
number
two.
two.
Number two.
Oh, sorry. What's your number one?
My number one actually is from the horror reality show,
Okay.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Moving on. Jeff.
Well, it's not going to beat
Well,
the
it
happening.
was actually a tie from the sex tape of she shall not be named.
Oh, with Ray
J?
Yeah, Ray J. Okay.
Ray J sex tape?
Ray
So you
J's
could just put the whole
antagonist.
family.
Yes.
Oh, that is
Okay,
a horror,
I got
you're
you.
right.
I got you now. You're going on the whole family. Okay.
The horror
Except-
genre of that
except-
family.
Except Rob.
Yes.
Except Rob, because no one ever hears from him.
He's just an alcoholic.
Yes, allegedly.
Well, this will be a letdown after the happening and
The family that
who
shall
should
never
not
be named.
My number one most hated villain from sci-fi is was it Colonel Quaritch from Avatar?
Oh.
The villain from Avatar. I mean, not a good movie to begin with. He was terrible. The whole writing behind it.
That was M. Night Shyamalan.
No, it's James Cameron.
No, not The Last Airbender.
Oh.
Or After Earth. Either one.
I was thinking The Last Airbender.
No, the James Cameron Avatar movie with the blue.
was
Oh,
very,
the blue people. Okay.
he was very cartoony.
I mean, like, he was more two-dimensional than a comic book.
Yes.
And I watched the movie in 3D.
Oh, I see what you did
Original
there.
character. But I mean, it's like his whole motivation is you have something that you say I can't have, so I want it.
Oh, so he's like a 5-year-old.
Yes, exactly. It's like, but I want
3-year-old.
it. And I mean, it's okay. It's called unobtainium, but I want it. Why do you want it? Because you said I can't have it. I mean, that's.
If you named it I Can Have It Obtainium, yes, I would not want it.
But terrible, terrible, terrible villain.
I had an honorable mention of Venom and Sandman from Spider-Man 3. That was awful.
Sandman was just misunderstood.
Fuck him. Stupid.
I had an honorable mention from House of the Dead. I can't remember the villain's name, but
all of us. We all lose.
But the guy who wants to be immortal so he could live forever.
Why do you want to be immortal?
My honorable mention was the kitty cat from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre trailer.
If you ever never, for listeners that never saw it, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there was a picture that was taken in the trailer.
There's a trailer, and somebody's like following the people, and you hear like a Polaroid.
But it sounded more like meow. And so while we were watching these trailers every time, we were like, why is there a cat in here?
Oh yeah, I should have picked the giant moth from Without a Paddle.
Oh God! Mike, did you have an honorable mention?
I got some honorable mentions.
Yes?
That stupid leprechaun.
From Leprechaun?
Yes.
Okay.
Chucky.
Aww.
I hate Chucky.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chucky's
Stupid. That's horrible.
The monkey from Monkey Shines?
Yeah.
bad. The monkey
sure.
from Outbreak.
How about that one?
Yeah. I actually had the architect written down here. You
Good.
got that one. The architects from Prometheus.
I never saw
I
Prometheus.
don't understand why they attacked and killed everybody. I have no clue.
I don't think
I don't think
anybody
anybody
does.
understood what the movie was about anyway.
I don't think
Because
so.
they're villains. That's what villains
'Cause
do.
they're
We don't
villains,
need to give them a
exactly.
reason other than they're villains.
That's right. I had.
At least that's what Avatar did.
Yeah. I also had going with the Star Wars 1 through 3. I had General Grievous because I didn't understand what the hell a robot Jedi evil thing was. Anyways, what the hell's up with that?
General
Force
Grievous.
using robot.
Yeah.
Jedi robot. I mean, come on.
It was. Oh, I agree.
So what's up with that shit? Here's something novel, and I really think about it. Being a Lord of the Rings fan, Sauron.
I thought of that because he's just
In the Lord of the Rings, yeah, the
just
whole
a big eye.
in that exactly. He's just big as he's just
Fassbender's
big.
other nickname.
The big one eye.
The big one eye.
The one-eyed monster.
They call it Sauron too.
Exactly. He's just a scary thought, basically. I mean, you really think about it, the whole
that good
Lord of the
enough,
Rings
though?
trilogy.
He's a scary
He's a
thought.
scary thought.
But he started out as a big knight, and
He was a badass to
Black
begin
Girl.
with. Yeah, exactly. He's just a big spotlight on a tower. Basically,
but I didn't
what
put
comes
it
down to.
because thinking about it, I do kind of like.
He's just
kind of
like-
the eye. Not that he's a big eye. I don't like how he looks into people whenever they. Like, I don't like that power or whatever, but I like the idea that he's just always looming there, and it's not him that really fights it. It's the orcs, but he's this
it's the,
power in the
it's the
back.
equivalent of the
fight
evil
for
from
him.
Event Horizon.
Just evil.
I never saw Event Horizon, so I can't compare them.
Just evil. And last but least, I figure you guys would like this. I put down Zombievers.
Don't you dare mock Zombievers. You're
They
awesome.
were wonderful.
It's a wonderful film. We did have some quick listener feedback. Matthew McDonald. Sorry. It's been late. Signs aliens. The aliens from Signs. And the reason why I like this is what his response. Water harms you, so colonize a planet 75% water. I just like the smart ass here. Great. Good logic. Have fun landing on a planet made up of poison. And then he's also the one that came up with the technology for doors on the aliens' planets is proximity switches. So it's kind of like giving a teenager a rotary phone. So
A Rittery phone.
rotary. Mark Bogner from Tangent Bound Network had the Last Starfighter, Zur, the XUR guy. He's just a human head. See, there you go. Let me show you. I'm a blue head.
Isn't that Zordon?
I don't know. Chris Richardson from 365 had General Grievous.
Oh, it's Chris, not Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, General Grievous, too.
Yep. Spidey's 3 Venom. Seralina from Men in Black 2. What? Men in Black 2, the whole movie.
Men in Black 2 was okay.
I think
It had Rosario Dawson, so it didn't suck bad.
It was the hotter chick that was the bad one.
I don't know. The Architect from The Matrix. And whatever Vincent D'Onofrio's character was called in Jurassic World. Utter shit. Fuck you. Don't mock Jurassic World. He said Kevin James would have been better in the role. Fuck you.
They have Dino Riders in Jurassic World?
Vincent D'Onofrio's character was pretty close to the Avatar character. Well, not quite as bad.
I did not like his. I thought his character was over the top too in Jurassic World.
Oh, okay. Just because you say I can't have it, I want it.
Yeah. Heno, pod lover for Blake.
Heno. He actually had time to respond to ours.
Yes.
Because he's on like 50 podcasts.
He is.
He's either on them or producing them or recording them. I don't know.
Still can't get music for draft day for us. He said Terrell, I don't know, Terl. That's John Travolta's character from Battlefield Earth. Devin from Snake Oil, who was nice and
Oh,
encouraging.
Heno listed Devin as
Devin is a bad guy.
I'm not your father.
Devin. The clown / violator from Spawn. That's a good one. John Travolta's character from Battlefield Earth. The Doctor / I forgot this one, /Rex / Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra.
Yeah, I did mean to put that on my list.
That was a good one.
That was a great one. That should have been on my list.
That's not sci-fi fantasy, is it?
G.I. Joe, I don't know. They had lasers.
But they don't have superpowers.
Yeah, they were. They were jumping everywhere with those suits. It's like Tony Stark
It was
out there.
science fiction. He had some stupid breathing apparatus.
Breathing apparatus.
Kevin from 365 Flicks had Russell Crowe in Virtuosity. That's the one you stole it from.
Yep, thanks, Kevin.
Jason Clark in Terminator Genesis. I don't know, but I'm going to say yes. That's the new Terminator film.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Fake Mandarin in Iron Man 3. I like the fake Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Guy Pearce as Smog in Iron Man 3 when he was all fire.
Smog.
Morris, you like this one. Rapey Tree in Evil Dead.
But I like the rapey tree in Evil Dead. Just like I like the rapey snowman in Jack Frost.
Let's see here.
Like the Keaton movie?
I'm trying to think if there was anyone else. But that was about it. I think that's it. So thank you, everybody, for writing in. And Bad Idea is also from the 365 Flicks guys, too.
Can I add one, too?
What? Honorable?
Bad
idea?
Bad idea.
Sure. From 365, they said they gave us a number, but we actually already did that number last week. That's the reason we
Well,
did.
it should be bad idea number 365.
I like it. We're doing it. Number 365. You're clever. Watching 2 Nick Cage movies in one night. I think that's awesome. Not a bad idea.
And you plan on doing 3?
Oh, yeah.
What if it's Kick-Ass?
Oh, that is a good one. I was thinking The Rock. Welcome to The Rock.
That's a terrible movie.
Raising Arizona.
Raising Arizona is
Raising Arizona and Kick-Ass are doable together.
And Leaving Las Vegas.
Oh, Elizabeth
I never saw
Shue.
Leaving Las Vegas, but I don't know if I want to.
We, me, Kevin from 365, and Nicole from Graphic Novice are reviewing The Rock, Face Off, and Con Air in one night. My wife's comment to Jeff this weekend was, 2 out of 3 are really good. And I looked at her, I was like, really? She's like, I thought they were.
And I couldn't figure out which 2 she thought was good, which one was bad.
I think she thought Face Off was the worst.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so I suppose Face Off is the best? She was like, no, that was the worst. I'm like, how?
I thought it was the worst.
Con Air is by far the worst.
No, put the money down.
Thank you. You're giving me reasons to support my argument.
Fassbender's going tallywhack you. Okay, so Morris, what's your bad idea?
Saying that The Mist was a bad movie in front of you and Jeff.
I like that idea.
And idea number 16.
When Blake goes to the parking lot, there could be some issues. Just saying. When you're a jet, you're a jet for life.
When you're a jet all the way from your first cigarette to your last dying day.
That's when gangsters used to sing and dance.
I would go out for beer with them. Morris, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Anytime.
And Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are now leading the world of Musings of a Geek Podcast Network. Stay geeky, my friends.